Hello. Okay. Who's else is playing here? Okay. I guess it's okay. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to pull up my information and this is not cooperating. So let me try this one. Anyway, this is AKA Heather Joy and welcome to my channel. I have been over on the lifeboat for quite a while and I've neglected my channel. It's time to come back to this. So hang on just a minute, guys. I just got to pull up the information I'm looking for. Let's see. Here we go. I know I downloaded it. Aha, here we go. Okay. Okay, that didn't work. What do you mean? Just pull. I don't know why these things have to be so difficult sometimes. No, that's not it either. All right, hang on. Oh, good grief. Let's see. I apologize, guys. I should have been prepared. Let's see. Let me find myself here. I put the list of stretches and exercises that I'm going to show you guys. I posted the link for that in the description box, so it's there for you guys. Let's see. Here we go. Pull this up. I am sorry, guys. Let's see. Turn myself up here. Okay. Everything goes so slowly when you're, of course, when you're live and you need it right then. All right. Aha, here we go. Okay. All right. Now this get up here so you guys can see me for a minute before I scoot back. When I went I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia in 2017 or 2016, something like that. And I worked with my PA and, we tried all kinds of different things. I tried some different prescriptions and a bunch of different things. And I just wasn't finding the help, wasn't finding the relief. And so I just kept searching, and I just decided, I was going to scour the internet and try everything I could find. And pretty much that's what I did. And I have discovered, there are a few, like one of the medications that I take, which one is it? I can't think right now, but it is for the one medication that I take for depression, but it also works to treat anxiety and chronic pain. And I honestly don't know if it actually helps the chronic pain. I don't know. But for some people, I know it does help. However, for myself, I know the thing that I get the most relief from is exercise. And for me, that happens to be running, if you suffer from chronic pain, I highly encourage you to get some exercise of some kind. Find what works for you. There's so many different things you can do. All these different types of yoga, all kinds of different stretches, Pilates, Pyo. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do. Or just doing some cardio and some strength training. And you don't have to you don't have to go to a gym to do this. You can use your own body weight. You can do all kinds of things, to keep your body in a little better shape. But for some reason, for me, the exercise, but the running is what really controls my chronic pain. It doesn't matter what else I do. If I go and do a CrossFit or whatever, it just doesn't do the same thing. That for me, I have to run, and I have to run for at least 25 minutes for it to be effective. I don't know why. That's just the way it is. And so I'm still not cleared to run yet. For any of you who aren't aware, how many? It's been almost a month now. I was out running and I was attacked by a dog, and I face planted on the pavement, and really I hit here, It made a mess of things for a while. I had a brain bleed. It was a slow thing that, yeah, but I'm good now, but I'm still not, haven't got the okay to go running yet. And so I hurt. However, um, as I was saying back when I was first diagnosed, I tried all kinds of different things and I figured out that the running helps me a great deal. But then I went to the pain specialist to see what could be done. And, there's all kinds of things. If you have chronic pain, I suggest going to see a pain specialist because there are many things they can do for you. I have a history of addiction and I was addicted to prescription narcotics. That was my drug of choice for a long time, and I've been clean. I've been sober for past 15 years now. But, narcotics are just not an option for me. Maybe way down the line when I am a very decrepit old lady, maybe then. But, right now, no, it's just not even something I'm going to think about. So I have to do all kinds of other things to treat my pain. And, the physical exercise for me does so much. But when I went to as I was saying, I keep skipping around, but I went to the pain specialist in the town near the town where I live. And there's so many things they could do. And I ended up getting some injections, like trigger point injections throughout my neck and back. And I used to have a big problem with my shoulders. I couldn't even lay, I couldn't turn on my sides and lay on either shoulder at night. I was just miserable. I wasn't sleeping. Ugh. None of that, but so they were able to help me with a lot of things, and I no longer need the trigger point injections or anything like that as long as I'm able to keep up with my physical fitness and keep on top of that. But the PA that works with the pain specialist gave me the list of exercises and stretches that I linked that there in the description box or the whatever that's called. And that's exactly what he gave me. And it is from an orthopedist. And it's called the Spine Conditioning Program. And usually they give you this if you have had some sort of neck or back surgery. It's a way of, stretching out and strengthening the muscles that support your back and your neck. And, because this is a chronic thing for me where it's not just people with fibromyalgia, but I would wager that all people with fibromyalgia have pain in their neck down into their trapezius muscles back here and then through their shoulders. But people in general carry a lot of stress throughout their neck and shoulders, just through this whole area. And it causes your muscles to get very tight. They sometimes they spasm, but they'll get very tight. And when they're tight all the time, you end up with that tension headache when you feel like you got a band wrapped around your head, and it just it hurts. That's from your neck muscles being so tight. And so if you do these exercises and the stretches, and it says on. I will go through those, but if you do those on a regular basis, it does teach the muscles to relax. And when you strengthen the muscles, especially your core muscles, these are what support your body. They support your back and your neck. When those are strengthened, you have a lot less pain. And, so this is helpful for not just people with fibromyalgia, but, people in general. If you carry a lot of stress through here, this is a good one. This stuff is really good. And it helps a lot. And I haven't done any of these since I had that head injury. So I really, really need these again. And I also need to state right now that in the instructions for these stretches and exercises, it states that you shouldn't do these unless you are under the care of a doctor. So I'm just putting it out there right now. This is just I am not your doctor. I'm not your nurse. This is just a friend showing you what works for her. Okay, let's make that straight. If you are experiencing any kind of pain, any kind of problems, you need to see your doctor. Okay, that's let me just leave that there. Okay, let's see. And now I just lost it again. Where'd it go? Oh, great. Hang on here. Anyway, there we go. Oh my goodness. And I just realized I haven't even been looking at the comments. Hope you guys can hear me. And I need to say hello to everybody. I got Rick and Sevenson and hey, Dr. K and Septimus, John, and Charlie. Nat's here. Goosebumps here. You guys, thank you for being here. You guys are awesome. And I appreciate all of you who followed me over here from the lifeboat and subscribed. I so appreciate that. You know, ever since I've been on doing shows on the lifeboat, my channel has really taken a back seat, and it's time to fix that. So we're going to do this today. Good grief. Let me pull this back up. Okay. Anyway, this is the spine conditioning program. Let me just run through what it says here. As I stated before, you know, generally, you know, if it, you know, when a doctor gives this to you, you're doing it under his or her instructions, you know, or their supervision, I should say. But, you know, it's really helpful to talk to your doctor or your physical therapist, you know, if you're having any kind of pain, to find out, you know, what you can do to make that better. And as I said before, you know, usually this series of exercises and stretches are given after some sort of surgery. But for me, you know, because I have a chronic problem, that's why I do it. And, you know, strengthening all of those muscles, especially in your core, you know, to support everything. If those are strong and you keep them strong and you keep things stretched out, your pain is definitely gonna drop, that pain level. And so this is really, really helpful. The muscles that let me just run through the muscles that this helps. Of course, your cervical spine, your external oblique rotators, you know, that's down through here, you know, where your movement is that way. Let's see, we've got your trapezius muscles, your internal oblique rotators, your latissimus dorsi, your piriformis, that's your bum. Your back extensors and erector spinae, your gluteus maximus, again, your bum. Let's see, your lower back, you know, your quadratus laborum, your hamstrings, and your abdominals, you know. But seriously, if you guys do some core workouts and keep this core tight, wow, does it make your back and then your neck feel better. Anyway, this is in the instructions, it will tell you, you know, which exercise or stretch, you know, how often you need to do it. Now, the first one, let me back up here so I hope everybody can see me. See if I can move that. Yeah, good enough. I apologize. The lighting's kind of a mess up here. Oh, well, anyway, the first one that we want to do are head rolls. And this is an easy one. This is just stretching. You know, this one you want to do, according to this, you want to do, you want to repeat this 3 times. So, but you do 3 sets of 3. Okay. And this one is suggested that you do it daily, this stretch. And it's just a head roll. And this one you can do either standing up. You know, if you're going to do it standing, you want to make sure that your feet are, you know, pretty much, you know, right underneath your shoulders, you know, shoulder width apart like that, and stand up straight and, you know, hold your body up tight. I like to just do these sitting though. For me, you know, again, if you are sitting up, you know, make sure that you are sitting up straight, that your spine, just try to imagine that you have a string attached to the top of your head and it is just pulling you up straight. And that's a good way to think about it, you know, when you sit up straight. But that's what you have to do, you know, is either stand up or sit for this one. Now this one, it says that first of all, you want to gently bring your chin toward your chest. So you're down like that. And then first you want to roll your head to the right. so that your ear is over your shoulder. So again, put your head down and then roll it over to the right so that your ear is, pretty much over your shoulder, and you want to hold that for 5 seconds. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you roll it back down to your chest, and then you want to do the same thing over to the left. Roll it over to the left so your left ear is above your left shoulder, and hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The same thing, when you're doing that too, you don't want to shrug. I have a tendency, I'm a tense person, and I'm always shrugging. So I have to continually remind myself to relax, but, keep your shoulders down while you're doing that, but remain standing up straight. So that's what we're going to do the head rolls first. Let's see. So again, it says I won't do this as many times as it said, just so I can show you guys. But again, you put your head down so that your chin is towards your chest. Now roll over to the right so your ear is above your shoulder. Hold that for 5 seconds. And just relax and let your body, continue to breathe. And if you can breathe deeply, that's even better, but just relax and let that stretch work. You really want to feel this stretching out all along here, and it does feel good, but hold that and then roll back down. Same thing on the other side. I wish you could hear my neck. It's snap, crackle, pop. But just relax and let those muscles stretch out. It does feel good. Anyway, you do those rolls like that. Let's see, I believe it was you do 3 sets of 3 basically. Anyway, the next thing that you want to do is you're just going to circle your head clockwise 3 times. I have to think clockwise. Okay, yeah. Just circle your head. Make this a stretch as slow and as long as you can. But you want to roll your head, one direction 3 times, and now spin it the opposite direction. Again, just really allow the muscles to just stretch out, and just try to relax. Remember to keep your shoulders down. Oh my word, everything's popping in me. Oh goodness, the older I get, the more noisy I am. Anyway, according to this one, again, you want to do 3 sets of 3 for all of these. And doing this daily really helps. And anybody that has fibromyalgia, and I know that on the Lifeboat, there are a lot of people that have it. In the morning, when you first get up, your whole body is so stiff, and it's miserable first thing in the morning, especially in winter. And here in the States, we've got winter coming, so it gets a little more painful. So the first thing in the morning is a really good time to do these stretches. And I think my neck bothers me more than anything, so this is an important one. Anyway, the next one is a kneeling back extension. These are really easy too. Now this one, it says to repeat it 10 times. And it says that this one can be done daily as well. Let's see. And now the main muscles that you're going to work on this would be your quadratus laborum. So that's your lower back and your erector spinae. And you should feel this stretch in your lower back and your abdominals. That's where you should feel it if you're doing it properly. Now, let me just read you the step-by-step instructions. It says to begin on your hands and knees. So you're going to, of course, get straight here. Try to get the angles of your body at 90 degrees, as far as your shoulders and your arms, your your back half too. When you want to try to keep 90-degree angles as much as you can. So anyway, it says to begin on your hands and knees with your shoulders positioned over your hands. So I want my shoulders to be, I don't know, you just want those right angles, like I was saying, so that everything is, your shoulders are above your hands. And it says to rock forward onto your arms and round your shoulders. Okay, so you're going to kind of move forward, and you're going to try to arch your back up towards your shoulders. Okay, so you kind of move forward, and you just kind of want to round things out and in this direction. Okay, and you rock forward and you hold it for 5 seconds up here. Kind of like a cat back stretch, but with a forward motion. Hold that for 5 seconds, and then you have to rock backward, and you just rock back onto your bum. Your knees are basically your bum's going to be resting on your heels basically, but you come back and you just. I guess isn't this child's pose? All of you guys that do yoga, I can't remember the names. I think this is child's pose or something like that. But you want to roll back into this position, and you want to hold it for 5 seconds, and just relax and let your body just stretch. Enjoy it. This is a good one. Just stretches a lot of muscles out. And then you just repeat it. The same thing again. You want to rock forward and arch your back. Round it up. Hold that for 5 seconds. And then just roll back and down. Just get your head down. Just relax and enjoy it. That's a very easy one. Let me see. What else do I need to tell you about this one? Okay, yes, it says here to look down to the floor so that you keep the alignment. You want your neck and your spine to be in alignment, in a straight line. So looking at the floor is going to help that. So, but that's a really easy gentle motion, and that's an easy one. Let's see, in this one, it says to repeat that one 10 times, and you do that one daily as well, okay? Let's see. Here we go. Okay. The next one will be sitting. It's a sitting rotation stretch. Now this one, I have messed my back up with this one before. I am extremely flexible, a little too flexible. And last time I went to yoga, and we were twisting like this, I twisted way too far. So just be careful with this one. I celebrated today, guys. That 10, all of you who are on the lifeboat know we just hit 10,000 subscribers. So I had to celebrate today. I went and got me a very bad Dr. Fizz from the fish shop. Anyway, this one. As I said, let's see. Okay, this one you want to repeat. Okay, the repetitions for this one is 2 sets of 4 for this one. And the main muscles that are going to be worked here are your piriformis, your external oblique rotators, and your internal oblique rotators. This one you're supposed to, where is it? I know you feel it in your rear end. Okay, yes. You will feel this one in your bum. And you should feel it in your sides as well. So this one is easy. First, you just basically sit on the floor. That's not so hard. You want your both legs. I know this is, maybe if I scoot back a little bit. This one, you want your legs, straight out in front of you. Just sit there on the floor, and let's see. Anyway, I'm going to take my right leg first, and I'm going to put it across the other side of my left knee, okay? So you're just crossing your take your right leg, take your right foot and put it on the outside of your left knee. Okay, so you got that. The next step, I want to get this right so I don't tell you guys the wrong way. Okay, next one. Okay, you're gonna slowly twist a little bit, and you're gonna put your right hand. So I got my right leg crossed over, so I'm gonna use my right hand and put it behind me for support like this. And I'm gonna start to twist a little bit, and I better do this right. Let me read this so I don't get it wrong. Okay, place the opposite arm on the side of your bent thigh. So my left hand's going to go right here. And this will help you to twist further. And what you're going to want to do, you're just twisting, okay? You got your right hand over here for support, but you just want to, do it gently. And if there's any pain at all, stop. Do not push it. Don't hurt yourself. And like I said, just be careful with this one, especially if you're flexible, because you can twist too far, and that's not fun, because then you'll end up with the chiropractor and the whole bit. So anyway, I love this one. I think it feels really good, but you're just, you're really stretching out everything through your core by doing this, and you just twist. I mean, it's a really easy motion, but it's important. It stretches out a lot of things. Let's see, this one, it says to hold the stretch for 30 seconds. Let's see, someone told me to look over my shoulder, I believe, when I was doing this one. And I don't remember if I looked this way or if I looked that way. I don't remember. But you want to just get a good stretch in, okay? You hold this for about 30 seconds. And then you do the exact opposite on the other side. So put your left leg on the other side, on the outside of your right knee here. Put your left hand behind you for support now. Take your right hand and put it on your left thigh, and you're just going to do the exact opposite and twist. And just hold it, Really easy. But this is an important one. It's just so important to get all of these muscles stretched out before you start doing the strengthening exercises. And again, this one you do 2 sets of 4, and it suggested this one as well that you do it daily. Let's see, tips here. It just says to sit up tall and keep your sitting bones pressed to the floor throughout the whole stretch. So you just want to make sure that the bones that you sit on are nice and grounded, while you're doing the twisting. So I like that one. Just be careful with it. Let's see. The next one is called a modified seat side straddle. This one, it works your hamstrings. So, the back of your thighs over here. It works though. It stretches that out. Let's see, what else? Your extensor muscles and your erector spinae muscles. So this one, you should feel the stretch in the back of your thighs. So your hamstrings, you want to feel it there, and your lower and your middle back. So, you're going to want to feel it down here and further up into your back. I love this one. I think this one feels so good. Anyway, you sit, this one's an easy one too. You just sit on the floor. Can you guys hear my rooster screaming? Anyway, let's see. This one, you repeat this one 10 times on each side. And this again is one that you can do every day, this stretch. Okay, so you sit on the floor, you have one leg that's extended and the other is kind of bent. See if I can show you guys properly here. Okay. See how I'm sitting? I've got one leg extended, and then I've got my right leg bent. Okay, that's pretty easy. Put that back there. Okay, and The next step is, okay, you keep your back straight and you bend from your hips, okay? You're going to be bending over and stretching, but you don't want to bend from here. You want to bend from way down here. You know, you've got a hinge here in your hips, and this is where you're going to want to be bending from, okay? And you're really going to feel it in your hamstrings when you do this one. But it says slowly round your spine and bring your hands either to your shin or your ankle, but you're just going to hold this for 30 seconds. And so, you know, just bend over, but remember, make sure you're bending from deep down here. You're not reaching like this. You're bending, okay? Clear down here at your hips, okay? And, however, it just depends on how flexible you are. Let me grab that again. But this one, you just it just depends on your own flexibility. Some people can reach about right here. I like getting really down, but like I said, I used to be a gymnast when I was a kid, so I'm still really flexible that way. But you just hold it. Stretch that out for about 30 seconds. You repeat it. You repeat it on the same, opposite side. Same thing again. You just bend the other leg. Same thing, Okay, let me put that back. I love this one. I think this one feels really good just to stretch out. But, make sure you're bending deep down here where your hinge is, okay? And just stretch that out. Just hold it. I can always feel it, in my hamstrings. But that one, I love that one, and it's stretching out your hamstrings, but it's stretching out your back, your lower back and your middle back. And that one really feels good. I don't know about you, but the older I get, the more my back hurts. Let's see. Yeah, you do those 10 each side. And again, daily. Those are helpful. I think I love that. If my back is hurting and I stretch that out a little bit, doing that one, it always helps. Let's see, no tips on that one. Okay, next one is really easy, and this one is another stretch. You're just taking your knee to your chest, and you do 3 sets of 10 on this one. And this one is going to be you're going to feel this in your lower back, hopefully. Also the front of your hip and your inner thigh, you should feel it there as well. This one is really easy. Again, maybe I better grab the camera again. Okay, this one, just lie down. I hope this is working. It's hard to see. Okay, hang on here. Lie down. You want to get, of course, you're back on the floor. You just lift one leg and you bring your knee towards your chest. You can grab it, just pull it down. I'm hoping this, can you guys see me? Yeah. I would usually grab it with my right hand when I'm doing this side, but that's all you have to do though, is you're just pulling your knee into your chest, and that's stretching out, hopefully, your hip, your lower back. I believe, let me look here again. How long do I hold that one? Let's see. You hold it for 5 seconds, and you want to tighten your abdominal muscles while you're doing this. So, your abs here, you want to tighten those up. And I believe you want to, let's see. I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm sorry. Okay, yes, that's what I was thinking. Yes, when you pull your knee, your knee up towards your chest, you want to tighten your abdominals, and you want to press your spine down into the floor. Does that make sense? Usually when you lay here, you've got a natural curve. I don't know if You guys can see that. You've got a natural curve in your back, but when you're doing this one, you want to tighten those abs and try to push your back into the floor, especially that lower back while you're stretching that out. But you hold that one for 5 seconds and you repeat it 10 times. Let's see, what else does it say? Yes, again, it just says try to keep your spine aligned to the floor. Okay. All right. Hey, David Cox, welcome. Who else have we got here that's popped in? Noise Opera, hey. John Doe's here too. Nice. So good to see you guys. Amisha's here. Hey. John Doe's here. Awesome. Glad to see you guys. Hey, Seagull Rock Squad. Good to see you too. Thank you for coming over here, guys. Okay, the next one's the bird dog. This one you want to repeat 5 times. Now this isn't the stretching now. These are all this. We've just done all the stretches. The next ones are strengthening exercises. Now these are really important. And as I said at the beginning, a lot of times when a doctor gives a patient this packet of exercises, it's because the patient's been through some sort of surgery, like a neck or back surgery or something like that. And so they're doing it to strengthen the muscles up. But this one I think is really good, especially the older you get, to do all of these to keep these muscles strong, just so you don't have pain. The older you get, the more your back hurts. It's just a fact of life. Anyway, this bird dog exercise, main muscles that works would be your back extensors, your erector spinae, and your gluteal muscles. So your glutes, your rear end again. Let's see. This one again, you want to begin on your hands and knees. And remember, as I was trying to show before, you want to have those nice right angles. Your shoulders want to be, right above your hands, and just the way you're bent, you want to have nice right angles, okay? So to begin on your hands and knees with your shoulders positioned, okay, yeah. Now you tighten your abs. You want to tighten everything in here. And boy, I need some tightening there, guys. Okay, so this is tighten your abdominals, and first you raise one arm straight out to shoulder height. So I hope I can make it so you guys can see everything. So you want to reach that out about shoulder height, okay? You're going to do that with one arm, and now you're going to do on the opposite side, you're going to lift the opposite leg. So you're just being a bird dog, you're pointing basically, but that's, that it's not too difficult, but you want to tighten those abs, suck those abs in tight, keep them as tight as you can. Try to keep your head, look at the floor so that your neck stays in alignment with your back. And let's see, it says to hold this position for 15 seconds, okay? So you just want to, hold that 15 seconds. And then it says, when you're done, slowly return your limbs and then do the opposite, just the exact opposite. Your left, well, at least my left arm goes out and my right leg holds up, and tighten those abdominal muscles, and you hold that for 15 seconds, okay? That's a good one. That's a good core workout one. Let's see. In this one, it says to repeat that one 5 times. So 5 times each side. This is an important part of really keeping your core muscles strong. This is one of them that's good for that. The stronger the more tight your core is, the better you're going to feel if you have neck and back pain. Let's see. Again, just remember, while you're doing that one, to keep your your abdominal muscles tight. Hold them as tight as you can. That's the key to that one. Let's see. The next one is planking. Remember, I was always a big Office fan. My whole family was. I think my daughter can quote almost every episode of that show. But I remember them planking all the time. Anyway, the plank. Okay, this one, of course, this is going to work your back extensors, again, your erector spinae, your quadratus labrum, and your abdominals. Laborum. This one, you should feel it in your lower back, in your abs, and in your rear end. This one, you lie on your stomach, of course, with your forearms. Okay, let me see here. I'm just going to show you. I hate reading the instructions. This one, you can, the instructions on this one has people doing it, this one on their elbows. And that's one way you can do it. It just depends on what you prefer and how strong you are. But this one, what you're going to want to do is rise up so you're on your toes and you've got your elbows bent and they're on the floor. And you're just, you raise up so you're on your toes and on your elbows. Keep your head in alignment with your back. And you want to tighten everything, like your rear end, your abdominals, just, your core, just tighten that up. And you just hold this. It's not that hard, but if you've got a weak core, you're going to find this one a challenge at first. But this is a really good one too for strengthening everything. But you just really want to tighten everything. Hold those abs in your rear end just as tight as you can, and you just hold this one. I'm trying to think, how long does this one? CrossFit, we sometimes have contests to see who can hold the planks the longest, and I never win. This one suggests holding it for 30 seconds. I think, holding it for 30 seconds and then resting for 30 seconds. But you want to repeat this one 5 times. And this is another good one to do every day. Another way that you can do this one, though, is just up on your hands as well. You don't have to do that. If your shoulders are strong enough, you can do the same thing, where you're up on your toes. And you want to make sure if you're up on your hands like this, that your shoulders are right above your hands. But that's another way of doing it. And it's the same thing. You just want to tighten everything. Tighten your rear end, tighten your abdominals, and you just hold it and try to really tighten things up. But that really, really strengthens your core. That is such a good one too. And like I said, the tighter your core is, the better you're going to feel as far as neck and back pain. Seriously. Okay, the next one, let's see, would be hip bridges. Okay, this one, you want to lie back on the floor with your arms at your sides and your knees bent, and your feet are going to be flat on the floor. Let's see if, maybe I'll grab this again. Okay. Hang on here. Where did I just lost it. Here did it go? Hang on. Hip bridges. Okay. There we go. So we're going to lay on the floor. You want to bend. Hope you guys can see me. You're going to bend your knees. You're going to put your hands down at your sides, except that I'm holding the camera here. But this one, hang on, I believe, if I remember correctly, you want to really tighten your glutes when you do this one. Let's see. Yes. Okay. Yes, this is tighten your abs and your glutes, and you lift your pelvis up. Okay, so you want to have a straight line clear from your shoulders all the way to your knees. And you tighten your glutes, you tighten your
abs and you hold that. Just hold it as tight as you can. And I guess I don't have to have my feet straight together, but you just, it's a really easy one. But it gets tough. I haven't done weighted ones in a long time, but you can hold weights up here, and lift. That's a good one too.
This one you want to, let's see, how many times? Make sure I tell you guys properly. Okay, yes, when you do the hip bridges, you want to hold these for 15 seconds. And you want to repeat it, let's see, 5 times. Okay, so 5 times for 15 seconds. That's another good one. I like those. Okay, the next one I always thought was really didn't do much for me, but I'm still going to show you because it's here and it must do something. This one is called abdominal bracing. And this one you're supposed to repeat 5 times. Again, it's, I forgot to explain something too. These on this, if you pull this up, it'll tell you how many times to repeat each of these. And it says to do them, daily. That's for when you are, if you're going through some program where you're, strengthening yourself after surgery. For me, this is just something I need to do every day just for me. But it does state further on in the literature that once you have once you have recovered from whatever the surgery was, that it's a good idea to maintain, do these and doing them, if you get yourself to a point where if you do these every day and you get to the point where, your back and your neck start to feel really good, don't stop. But you don't have to do them every day, 2 or 3 times a week. In the literature, it says you can do that to maintain. But yeah, don't stop. These are so good for you. Now this one, let's see, abdominal bracing. You just lie on your back on the floor with your knees bent and your arms at your sides. Oh wait, hang on. Have I got that right? Yes, I do. Okay. This one, you're just going to tighten your abdominal muscles. What you want to do, I always thought this was a funny one. What you want to do is you're lying here with your knees bent. You're going to tighten your abs. I hope you guys can see me. But what you want to do is you are tightening your abdominals, but you're trying to imagine pulling, like, the waist of my pants here. I want to imagine pulling my waist away from the band around my pants. Does that make sense? It's a very isolated movement, and I could never tell if I was doing this one properly or not. I don't know. But let me just read you exactly what it says. I never got much out of this one personally. Let's see where to go. Okay, it says here, tighten your ab muscles so that your stomach pulls away from your waistband. And you just want to hold that for 15 seconds. And it says to flatten your lower back into the floor again. So, you have that natural curvature in your spine, but you want to try to press your spine down into the floor while you're doing this. And just imagine your abdominal muscles tightening so tight that they pull away from your waistband. This one, let's see, it says to repeat this one for 5 times. And you hold it for 15 seconds. So we got one more, and then we are done. The last one, guys. Let's see here. Okay. The last one is the abdominal crunch. You guys know crunches? I like Nestle Crunches. This one, you're going to feel it, of course, in your stomach muscles. You want to lie on your back with your knees bent. You put your hands at the back of your head. You want to keep your back flat to the floor, okay? And the easiest way I have found to do these, gosh, I don't know if this is gonna work. If I scoot back enough so you guys can see me. I don't know. This is a hard one to demonstrate. But you get your knees bent. I know this is not working well. I need a cameraman today or something. There we go. Okay, that works. You put your hands at the back of your head, but it's not to lift your head, okay? And you are not turning your head forward when you're doing the crunch. What you want to imagine is just lifting your shoulders straight up off the floor. I found that was the best way to make this one effective. So you're not just turning up, okay? Just imagine, you're going to tighten your abdominals while you're doing this. You're going to use your abs, but you just try to lift your shoulders right up off the floor. Does that make sense? You're not moving forward like this, you're moving up. And it's just crunches. Not hard to do. It's it's one of those isolated movements, and it makes a difference. Like the first time I ever went to CrossFit with my husband, we were doing crunches, and I just kept doing them and doing them and doing them. And I said, when is this supposed to hurt? I can't do anything. It was because I was just moving forward. I wasn't bringing my shoulders up off the floor. I wasn't actually engaging my core until I figured that one out. But again, these are so good. This is going to strengthen your abdominal muscles. When in your body, every muscle seems to have a corresponding muscle on the opposite side. And so your back is only as strong as your abdominals, and vice versa. You want to have a strong back and your strong abs. It gives you balance. It just helps you hold your body up properly. And when they're strong, you just feel better. This tip for this one is to relax your neck and do not pull your head with your hands. Your hands are just they're resting. They're not pulling your head up. Okay. This one you do 2 sets of 10. And again, it's suggested you do those every day. Let's see. And I wanted to check one more. Let's see. Yes, that's what it's right here. Okay. The length of the program. It's called a spine conditioning program. This spine conditioning program should be continued. It says here 4 to 6 weeks. That would be if you had just had surgery. Okay. But it said after your recovery, these exercises can be continued as a maintenance program. As I was saying, you can do it lifelong. And it said to perform the exercises 2 to 3 days a week will maintain. So, I would, if I were you, if you are having neck and back pain and you can do all of these exercises, get out a calendar or your planner or whatever, map out for 6 weeks where you make it a goal. You do these every day. I promise you if you start now, 4 weeks from now, 6 weeks from now, if you do these every day, you're definitely going to feel better. When these muscles are strong, it teaches everything up top, especially to relax, because they're not having to push and pull and, trying to maintain your body upright. If everything is strong down here, everything's going to start to relax. It really does work. The first time the PA gave me this packet of exercises and he told me that it would teach my muscles to relax, I kind of looked at him like, what? But it does. It really, really helps. And that's all there is to it, guys. That's all there is. Let's see. You're outside my mind. You want me to put weights on my stomach? Matt, you're funny. Oh, guys, let's see. Were there any questions? Yeah, Seagull Rocks. Yeah, it does look easy, but I've got to get back into this. So yeah, it's been about a month since I was allowed to do these. So anyway, but they do help. They really do. Um, but honestly, for fibromyalgia, exercise, keeping things strong, and for me, for some reason, running is what does it for me. It really drops my pain levels way down. And it's not just your physical body that is going to benefit if you're exercising and keeping things strong. Exercise releases all of those feel good chemicals. Lots of endorphins too, and it really helps with your mental health as well. It's really important. When I was a kid in elementary school, I was a gymnast, and I was quite serious about it until I was in an accident when I was 11. And after that, it threw everything off. My coordination was so messed up after that. I had all this muscle memory from all of the different things we would do in gymnastics, the bars and the beam and everything. And you develop this muscle memory where your muscles just remember how to do each movement. And it was weird because my body still had the memory, but my coordination was shot. And it was so discouraging that I tried it for a little while. I tried to go back, and my coordination was so messed up because I'd had a really severe head injury, and that was probably why. But after, I tried it for a little while, and I just couldn't get into it. So I quit. And from then on, I went completely, put all of my efforts into academics. And I didn't think that there was any real benefit to exercising. And, it was a silly thing for me to think, because I didn't realize just how much I would need to be physically active later in life. And it does so much for you. It's like I said, it's not just your physical health. It gives you mental health. It gives you a way of getting rid of a lot of frustration and anxiety. If you can work that out, so good. And it also, if you can work out a little bit every day, expend some good energy. You're going to sleep a lot better at night. And sleep is so important to our mental well-being and our physical well-being as well. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to give me an email or pin me down in the lifeboat. And I want to thank you guys for coming over here to my channel. And I will be going to really start hitting this channel hard now and getting a lot of good content up on this one. And, I'll also be on the lifeboat as well. Not as much, but I will still be there. I'm not leaving. I love that boat. And again, congrats to Tommy for that 10,000. That's cool. I joined the boat last year in October, and I don't remember if we were even at 4,000 then. I don't think we were, but I don't remember. But anyway, that's good stuff. So maybe someday my channel will actually hit there someday. That'd be awesome. Anyway, thanks again, you guys. I will see a lot of you most likely over on the boat later. So thanks. Have a good day, you guys.